Okay, so welcome students to another video. What I heard was that there might be a different version that you have that you're working with right now. So I'm gonna see if I could walk you through a different way to do it um, and see if that helps. So let me just pause this. This is the wrong screen. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna try to walk you through this. I'm trying to do a different way to do regression because I think you're struggling with getting the line onto your graph. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a scatter plot. So you'll put the data here. You'll insert a scatter. You should be able to get to this point. Now, at this point, you can see that we have chart title, axis, legend, data labels, right? And what we're really struggling to find here that is on mine that doesn't appear to be on yours, based on this, is that quick layout, which I keep mentioning. So I can see that you don't have the quick layout. So what we can do is, when in doubt, you can double click on the graph, the chart, and all the possible formatting options pop up for any chart you're working on. So for anything that I assign, I could show you the columns and how to reduce gap width for the histogram part. But let's focus on regression right now. So for regression, we double click and we get these different formatting options. Now, the one that you're going to be interested in to do the linear regression is going to be this bottom one, the series interest rate. If you tap that, you can scroll down. You can see a whole bunch of information here that may or may not have any meaning to you. Some of these are very interesting, but we're not going to worry about them at this time. But this trend line is Excel's fancy way of saying least squares regression. So if you toggle that on, you'll see that the line appears immediately. Now, I know you don't see the equation or the residuals. If you scroll down, now that you've turned the trend line on, it'll give you the linear line. And then there's a whole bunch more information you don't need. But things that are handy are display equation on the chart. That'll pop up the equation for the least squares regression line. And you can also display the R squared just like I had. So hopefully this facilitates the linear regression hiccup that the workbook did not have for you in the different layout of Excel. You do have access to these options. They're just a little more hidden than my quick layout. So when in doubt, double click on the chart and magical stuff will usually pop up on the right-hand side. Start clicking around until you see something that looks like what I have in the workbook, and you'll be well on your way. Again, another way to handle formatting, if you want to work on getting the scale that I had for the graph, again, a double click brings up the formatting for the axis, and you can continue to change values in here. Yeah. So here we have units. If you scroll up, so we want it to go. So here we have 0 to 800. So let's make it 500 because we don't have anything smaller than that for the horizontal axis. Then you'll get a much better visual. Again, you can tinker around with this, but when in doubt, double click and you should be quickly brought to the same area that I have. I hope this short video was helpful. Thank you for letting me know, Shakira. Continue fielding questions. Let me know if there are big issues that come up with trying to use Excel. And I am happy to make mini videos to compensate for the workbook if the two different stylistic views of Excel are creating a lot of confusion. So I hope you're all doing well after this little tutorial. And hopefully this makes regression super easy now. Wish you all a good night. Take care.